At 16, he wasn't the kind of kid who stood out. Not tall, not athletic, just average in every way you could measure. His brown hair perpetually fell over his forehead, stubbornly refusing to stay in place no matter how many times he brushed it back. His oversized glasses framed eyes shadowed by sleepless nights. His slender frame, hunched shoulders, and pale skin made him seem smaller than he actually was, as if he wanted to disappear entirely. But Noah wasn't invisible. Not really. Especially not at Westridge High School, where every hallway echoed with whispers and every glance felt like a spotlight. Being the new kid was hard enough. Being the principal's son made it unbearable. This morning, like every morning for the past 3 months, Noah stared at himself in the cracked bathroom mirror, adjusting his glasses for what felt like the 100th time. The flickering fluorescent lights above cast uneven shadows that only made the dark circles under his eyes more obvious. The fading bruise on his forearm throbbed slightly, a painful reminder of last week's accidental collision in the crowded hallways. "Just get through today," he murmured, his breath fogging the glass. The same mantra he'd whispered to himself every day since arriving here, hoping to make it through without incident. Noah had transferred to Westridge High when his mother, Dr. Elelina Bennett, accepted the position of principal. A fresh start after their world had shattered 2 years ago. 2 years since his father, a beloved jiu-jitsu instructor, had died suddenly during a class. The phone call, the frantic rush to the hospital, the sterile waiting room scented with antiseptic and grief. Those memories haunted Noah in every quiet moment. His mother thought a new school, a new town, might help them heal. But Noah wasn't so sure. The past clung tightly to him, and so did the weight of his mother's job. He'd tried to keep their connection secret, using his father's last name while she kept hers professionally. It worked for a little while, until Tyler Jackson discovered the truth. Tyler was everything Noah was not. Tall, athletic, confident to the point of arrogance. At 17, he was the undisputed king of Westridge High. Captain of the wrestling team, broad-shouldered and always wearing that smirk that said, "I own this place." His expensive clothes and perfectly styled hair told everyone his family had money. And Tyler made sure everyone knew it. His loyal sidekicks, Drake Wilson and Marcus Peters, were just as fierce. Drake was a lanky basketball player with a sharp edge. Marcus, a stocky footballer who laughed at everything Tyler said. Together, they made Noah's life a living nightmare. Noah tried to fade into the crowded hallways, clutching his books like a shield. But the moment Tyler saw him, the game began. A sharp shove from behind sent his books scattering. Tyler's voice rang out, loud and mocking. "Oops, sorry, principal's pet. Didn't see you there. Maybe wear a vest or something so everyone knows when mommy's little spy is around." The hallway erupted in laughter. Noah's cheeks burned with humiliation as he knelt to gather his things. "Don't react. Don't give them what they want," he told himself, the only defense he had left. Drake kicked one of his textbooks down the hall and Marcus whispered, "Bet he can't even speak without mommy's permission." More laughter. More isolation. He could have fought back. He had the skills. Months before his father's death, he earned his purple belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. They had trained together for years. But after losing his dad, Noah stopped going to classes. The memories were too raw. Worse, he had promised his mother he wouldn't cause any trouble. "I need to establish my authority," she had said, "without complications." So Noah endured. Silent, invisible, growing smaller with every passing day. The cafeteria was no refuge. A cacophony of noise, harsh fluorescent lights, and the smell of overcooked vegetables made it his least favorite place. He sat alone, picking at his lunch, trying to focus on a worn copy of The Count of Monte Cristo, his father's favorite book. But Tyler and his crew had other plans. Snatching the book from his hands, Tyler sneered, "Reading during lunch? What a nerd." He flipped through the pages before dropping the soaked book into Noah's water glass. Noah reached for it, helpless, only to have Drake shove his hand away. Then Drake leaned in, voice dripping with venom. I heard your mom only got this job because the school felt sorry for you after your dad kicked the bucket. Noah's fists clenched under the table, his heart pounding. Don't react. Don't make it worse for Mom. Tyler's mock concern was the last straw. Is that true? Mommy got a pity job because Daddy couldn't stick around? Something snapped inside Noah. Chair screeching, he stood, loud, sudden, and unyielding. The cafeteria fell silent, all eyes on them. Tyler looked startled, maybe even afraid, but Noah didn't say a word. He grabbed his wet book and walked away, the sound of their laughter following him like a shadow. Ms. Carter, his English teacher, noticed the redness in his eyes when he slipped into class early. Everything okay, Noah? She asked softly. Fine, he mumbled. Ms. Carter was one of the few who cared, but even she was caught in the impossible balance of supporting the principal's son without favoritism. Teachers whispered that disciplining Noah would mean crossing Dr. Richardson, a political minefield. Bullying escalated. Accidental hits in gym class, trips and falls in the hallways, whispered insults just quiet enough to escape notice. Noah stayed silent, retreating further into himself. Then came the Fall Festival, the school's biggest event, meant to bring everyone together. Noah volunteered at the book sale booth, trying to ignore the uneasy feelings settling in his stomach. From across the crowd, he spotted Tyler, Drake, and Marcus, huddled and laughing, their eyes darting toward him. He barely had time to react when Tyler lunged at the stage where Dr. Richardson was announcing the fundraiser total. With shocking speed, Tyler yanked up the hem of her skirt. A collective gasp rippled through the crowd. Dr. Richardson's face flushed crimson as she dropped her microphone and hurried to pull down her skirt. Tyler and his friends high-fived and melted into the shocked crowd. Noah stood frozen, watching his mother's composure falter. Something inside him broke free. He moved fast, weaving through the crowd, determination burning in his chest. Outside, near the parking lot, the three bullies laughed as Marcus recorded the chaos on his phone. Hey! Noah called out, voice steady and louder than it had been in months. Tyler spun, surprise flickering before his usual smirk returned. Well, look who it is. Here to defend Mommy's honor? Delete that video, Noah said firmly. Marcus snickered, phone held high. No way. This is going viral tonight. Noah stepped forward, calm and focused. Tyler tried to block his path. What? Going to cry to Mommy again? Oh wait, she's probably hiding after everyone saw her underwear. But Noah was different now. The months of silence, promises to keep peace. They didn't matter anymore. Last chance, he said quietly. Tyler shoved him hard, expecting Noah to stumble. But Noah didn't. Using a simple jujitsu move, he swept Tyler's legs out from under him. Tyler hit the ground hard, wind knocked out. Drake lunged with a punch. Noah sidestepped and flipped him over with another sweep. Marcus stepped back, phone shaking in his hands. What the hell? He breathed. Noah advanced, voice steady. Delete the video. Now. Something in Noah's eyes convinced Marcus. His fingers fumbled, erasing the video. Noah nodded. Now get out of here, and if you ever come near me or my mom again, what just happened will seem like a friendly greeting. The three bullies retreated, faces twisted in fury and humiliation. Noah's heart pounded, not from the fight, but from the weight lifting off his chest. He found his mother later, in her office, her usual calm replaced by quiet devastation. Mom, he said softly. Noah. I'm fine, she said, attempting a smile. He apologized for what happened, but she shook her head. It's not your fault. These things happen in schools. I'll handle it. She promised serious consequences for Tyler and his friends and insisted Noah accept a detention to show fairness, no favoritism. The week after was different. Tyler, Drake, and Marcus were suspended with counseling and community service. Dr. Richardson addressed the school openly about respect and zero tolerance for harassment. Noah, meanwhile, found his place changing. Whispers of his quiet strength spread. Some students approached him to learn jujitsu. Ms. Carter suggested starting a self-defense club, not for fighting, but for discipline, respect, and de-escalation. 3 days after the bullies returned, Noah found Tyler waiting alone at his locker. I'm not here to start anything, Tyler said, vulnerable. They talked. Tyler apologized for everything. The bullying, the festival incident. Noah thought of his father's words. True strength isn't about dominating others. It's about knowing when to show mercy. They agreed to stop being enemies. Driving home later that day with his mother, Noah felt something he hadn't in months: hope. Maybe this new place could become home. Maybe he could be more than just the quiet kid. Because sometimes, the quietest ones have the loudest strength.